Good morning, Talk. Good morning or good afternoon. It is the first, well, today is November the 4th. Want to come out in this fall garden and let you see how beautiful everything looks. We got the leaves falling. The weather is beautiful. And everything is just growing, and I am so ready to start harvesting some of these green leafy vegetables and get to putting them away and eating them. I have been eating some stuff, but I wanted to definitely just come out and show you guys what we got going on. Let's start over here on this side for a change. We have some Morris head collards over here and some celery and a few cabbages. That right there in the middle is a cabbage. And then over here we have 2 Morris head and 2 cabbages and some celery on the corners. They are growing well. And then these Morris head, I may harvest some of those larger leaves, because you harvest from the bottom and the center keeps growing, and get those in the freezer. These are my tree collards. We do have some sunburn right there, but overall, I know I'm definitely going to be harvesting these and getting them blanched and in the freezer so that they will be ready to go for Thanksgiving. And of course, probably by Thanksgiving, they will have more leaves on them. So we're definitely going to be harvesting some of these tree collards. Okra tree, they're still producing okra. I need to get that one. It may be good, it may not be, but we're just going to harvest it anyway. The lacinato kale or dino kale, we got some beets in here. That's a Morris head collard. It's supposed to be, it doesn't look like it, but that's what that's supposed to be. That's another Morris head collard. These are all Morris head collards in here. So is that over there. So I need to harvest some of this kale. I'm probably going to juice it or either blanch it and put it away as well. I do blanch and put away a lot of food. These are some green beans that I may just let dry and save the seeds right here. Over here we have some broccoli and some purple kale is in here as well. There are 2 collards in there somewhere. I don't know if these seeds were labeled wrong, because they look more like collards to me than broccoli. But these 2 right here actually do look like broccoli. These 2, but these don't. I think these seeds were labeled wrong, because these 2 look like that broccoli plant over there. Also, my cabbages are starting to form heads. Look at that. They're forming heads, so that's a cabbage right there. They're starting to form heads. We got to fight all these leaves. But as you see, I got plenty of onions around here, guys, and garlic. And I think that's really what's helping. I do come out here every few days and check for bugs and spray some neem oil on them. And I try to keep the leaves off the ground. So if I see any leaves touching the ground, I definitely take those off. Same thing over here. This is broccoli and cabbage that are looking well. That's broccoli. And then I was looking over here, and this is my one broccoli plant that I know that I grew from seed. It's taller than the rest, but there's also a broccoli head in there. So there's a broccoli head in there. Lettuce. That's lettuce. This is spinach, purple kale, arugula, and we have eaten off of this. I have cut it back and given it to the hens, and it just keeps on growing. And here, same thing. This arugula right here was cut way back, given to the girls, and it just keeps growing back. Pak choy, same thing, because I made a ramen dish, and as you see, this pak choy grows from the center. So if you harvest the outer leaves, it just keeps growing. And so that's that. So we're eating it, the hens are eating it, and that's what's going on there. Back here we got a cabbage in that container, and that's a broccoli. Still growing and looking good. We are still getting squash off of this one squash I just harvested, but we still have this one. Then we got 3 growing over there. So as long as they're growing, you know, with this weather we have here in North Carolina, things grow so long. Okra still growing, and again, more pak choy Chinese lettuce. Back here, I threw down some broccoli seeds, and so they're growing. 2 more collards. More okra right here that's still producing. I'm going to do a better job on this okra next year. Back here, I got some lacinato kale, some dinosaur kale growing, but for some reason squirrels love to dig here. No matter what I put here, they are digging. But they dug up the 1 broccoli plant I had over here, but the 3 dinosaur kales are still there. Here we have celery, lacinato kale, and the purple kale. We have a cabbage. This is a cabbage right here. And then we have a collard plant growing right there. And then over here we have all this Moor's Head collards, or what these are. Moor's Head collards. And we have some dino kale back here in the back. And then we have 1 little cabbage plant right there. So that's all going right there. We still have bell peppers producing here. I think this is a yellow and a green. I did harvest some the other day, but I'm going to let it grow. And then we're going to, I'm going to try my hand at overwintering these peppers. And we're going to see how it goes. I do still plan on starting some from seed this year, but we're going to try to overwinter these and see what happens. So I did also plant some some dino kale over here by the chicken coop, because it will grow in the shade or part sun. And so I did plant some over here, and it appears to be doing fine. If it gets big enough and the girls are able to reach it, that's also good too. Let me show. So as you see right here, I have some plants that I threw down some seeds, and they seem to be growing just fine. And so we're gonna let that grow. Of course, you know, this hosta's gonna die back, and then I'm just gonna let them grow and see what it does. But this weather is absolutely beautiful. We are still getting flowers on certain things because it is so warm. And here we are in November, and I think today is supposed to get like 75. At night, we're getting in the 60s. We did have a couple of nights last week where it got to the 40s, which prompted me to take my lemon trees in the house. But let me show you how my pineapples are doing in the greenhouse. So my pineapples are here in the greenhouse, and I do have grow lights in here with them at night. And then I do have where I've rooted a few plants. That is a cherry tomato tree that decided it wanted to volunteer and come up. We got an artichoke, and then that is a lemon seed that I grew right there, and the 2 pineapples. And then, you know, I turn on the humidifier and the grow lights and whatnot. So, but that's what's going on in the greenhouse. So that's the little quick November garden tour. I hope everyone is having a successful fall garden, and happy growing, people.